Hi, I'm Ellis Posner, and welcome to All About Palm Springs. This is my Inside series, and today I'm going to take you inside in the gated community of the Morrison, which is just these units are really great, and they don't come on the market that often. I think you're really going to be impressed and really like this one. So hit that subscribe button and let's get started. The Morrison is located just south of the movie colony. These gates are on Avenida Cabelleros, and it's just south of Alejo Road. If you've always wondered what's behind those gates as you've driven by, well, that's what we're going to see. And the first thing that'll strike you is these are all two-story properties. Some people think like they're kind of brutalist, but I kind of like them. It works for me. A lot of purists think that Palm Springs houses should all just be single level, like the original mid-century moderns. But this is good too. You can get more square footage and more space, and I really like what they did with these metal fencing. And a lot of these houses have detached casitas. The one we're going to see today that I previewed for one of my clients has that kind of casita area within the structure, and it's actually on an oversized corner lot. You'll see in a second. And so, because of this large corner lot, you have a little bit more privacy from within the community and from many of the properties, particularly on the second floor. You do see some nice mountain views. There's only 53 homes here, so not a lot of turnover. And a lot of people either live here full time or they are using these for second homes. So you don't have a whole lot of the Airbnb crowd. There is a 30-day minimum, so there's no short-term rentals. So you don't have a lot of the investor flippers, and it kind of tends to be a nice, tight-knit, quiet community. So people always ask me if you can walk to downtown from the Morrison. And yeah, it's about a mile to like where the Rowan and the Starbucks is, so definitely doable. And as you see here on the inside, you have the great room with walls of glass on both sides because, as I mentioned, there's two different exterior areas because of the oversized corner lot on this one. And you're also going to find in a lot of these homes that, even though they're not that old, they were built in like 2011, 2012, a lot of times the kitchens have been updated, and I'll show you that in a second. Here's the outdoor space that's right against that wall is right against Alejo Road, and you see you have a nice size pool here. A lot of homes in Palm Springs only have the what we call the cocktail pools, like I have at my house at Mirrorline. But here at the Morrison, you can actually probably swim in this, and you have the spa also, and then you see you have this whole other section on the exterior there. So yeah, for indoor outdoor lifestyle, this is just great. You have a lot of vistas and views, and really, really well done and well put together. So the Morrison was built in around 2011, 2012, and some of the builders today in the two-story homes leave an actual kind of like two-story atrium or something so you get more elevation in the ceiling. Oh, there's the kitchen I mentioned. That one had been a little bit updated, I think, since the original. And this room, when I spoke about the casitas, this is really not what I consider a casita because it's attached to the house, but it does have its own entry to the outside and is the fourth bedroom in this floor plan. Oh, that's the Murphy bed. If you don't know what a Murphy bed is, it pulls down out of that closet. So here's another shot of the kitchen. Pretty kind of standard, but nice backsplash and counters. I don't recall if that was original or they upgraded it, but a good size, great room. And this is the master suite upstairs on the second floor. And out those windows, you have some pretty good mountain views there. As I mentioned, you can get some good elevation from the second floor here. Now, this is a pretty good size master suite compared to what I've seen a lot of builders do in some of the other new construction. Great light on both sides. And I really like what they did in the bathroom here. You have like the shower enclosure with the bathtub in the shower enclosure. So, I really like when they do that. A lot of the builders today, I don't see they're even including a lot of bathtubs. So, for those of us who take baths, it's a good thing to have. All right, I want to talk to you about the pros and cons. The Morrison is not on leased land, it's on fee simple land, land that you own, and that's definitely a pro of living at the Morrison. I'm going to do a whole separate video about leased land versus fee simple land because it's kind of misunderstood, and I get a lot of questions about it, and a lot of buyers just start off by saying they don't want to buy in leased land, which is of course their choice. Another pro is, of course, it's gated for privacy and security. Now, that gate is not there's a person checking people coming in and out, but at least it's gated and it's in a relatively safe place and walkable to downtown if you like to walk. And, it is private and it has usable pools and nice outdoor space. Um, the cons are, I guess, the number one is the HOA restriction on you have to have at least 30 days on rentals. You can't do any short-term rentals, Airbnb or VRBO, for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. Some homes back up to the main streets, like I showed you that wall. Alejo's on the other side. Alejo, Avenida Cabelleros, they do get traffic, and that's a that could be a con on this. And then, it's not a large community, so trying to buy here, the resales might be limited. But if you're a homeowner here, that's a good thing because if you're selling, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of competition. As I mentioned, these do sell relatively quick. All right, I'm going to be heading out now and go preview another property for one of my out-of-town buyer clients. Hey, if there's any communities or whatever you're interested in, just drop it in the comments. And if I can get over there and do a preview for you, I sure will. All right, thanks for watching. Namaste, Palm Springs.